No, eso ya lo veremos, ¿no? Todos dicen lo mismo. La verdad que es un gran peleador y va a ser una pelea grande en el futuro, si Dios quiere.
Finally, Canelo Alvarez responded to Jermall Charlo knocking him out comments by stating, God's willing, we're going to fight. They all say the same thing. But what Canelo needs to realize that when Avini say it, they don't believe him. We don't believe him. When Chavez Jr. said it, we don't believe him. But when Charlo says it, you best believe we believe him. Those other people, they need more people to believe them. However, Charlo, when you hop in that lion's den, anything can happen. You better ask J-Rock. You better ask Devyachenko. That man got the air factor, and he possibly got Canelo Alvarez kryptonite. I'm pretty sure Canelo Alvarez know this, though, because Canelo Alvarez gave up the WBC belt. He was the WBC champion, and he surrendered the WBC belt to Charlo. He handed it to him. So if Canelo wanted to make legacy fights, wanted to be remembered, he would have fought Charlo then. A real champion will never give up a belt to a Charlo. Remember, it's one thing if your mandatory is like a nobody that we never heard of, you know what I'm saying? But Charlo was his mandatory for 2 years. He was knocking everybody out. He even took shots at him on more than one occasion. He told Canelo Alvarez, I'll fight you in Mexico City. Translation, I got more Mexican heart than you do. And Canelo Alvarez waved the white flag? Hold on. Remember, when Hitler tried to conquer the world and invade the world, do you know that with certain countries that gave up the country without a fight, they waved the white flag? No disrespect. We call them countries the Canelo countries. They waved the white flag. They surrendered, right? They felt like there's no way we could defeat Hitler. He's too strong. He got too big of an army. I'd rather surrender instead because I know this is a war we can't win. That's what them country mindsets was like. And that's exactly Canelo Alvarez's mindset. He treated Charlo like the Hitler in the sport of boxing. He invaded his home. Charlo took his pride, his strap, and he waved the white flag. A real champion will never surrender his belt because that's his pride. Supposedly the WBC belt, the pride of Mexico, right? But now the president, I call him the President Canelo because he surrendered his country when Charlo invaded him. The new president of the WBC, Canelo Alvarez, he ordered the WBC to have Avini as his next opponent as they gave him the WBC belt at 168 while he's about to fight Smith. I mean, help me figure this out. Avini is coming off a loss. Obviously, Benavidez is ranked number 1. Avini is ranked number 2. I don't know how when he's coming off a loss. Benavidez, he beat Jermall. Jermall beat Avini. But some way, somehow, Avini is the mandatory for the WBC vacant belt when Benavidez never lost. And the president, Canelo Alvarez, requested the WBC. He ordered the WBC to have Avini as the mandatory for his belt that they gave to him leading up to his fight against Smith, right? At the end of the day, it's a bad look on his behalf. And you got Chavez Sr., Barrera, Morales, Marquez, all these legendary fighters, every single one, all of them. They all told Canelo Alvarez, in order for you to be great, you have to face the likes of Charlo and Andrade, and he'd been avoiding them to this day. 5 years ago, to this day. And Canelo Alvarez still maneuvering. Andrade told him, you don't have any cojones. That trended all over the place. Now it became, when you think about Canelo, you think about no cojones. Them two go hands to hand, thanks to Andrade, and he's still avoiding Andrade. He's still avoiding Charlo. When his own promoter at the time, Oscar, told Canelo that in order for Canelo to be great, he has to face a Charlo. Bernard Hopkins told Canelo the same thing, and Canelo chose to run the other way instead. Matter of fact, he started beefing with Oscar De La Hoya. At the end of the day, you could run, but you can never hide. But he apparently don't want the same thing to repeat that happened to him when he fought Floyd Mayweather, even though he already did against Lara. He trying to protect a record that's not even undefeated. I don't understand that.
We're going black on black tonight, you know. You know, gotta represent. Just finished watching my brother. He did great. Excited for him. Thank you, all the Lions Only fans. Tune in to the second half.
Where'd he go?
Got it.
Hey, man,
Got that.
that was textbook, boy.
That motherfucker was tough, wasn't he? Yeah, just go, baby. Let's go, kid. Think about it. Same thing I tell you.
Shoot.
That's arms, bro. Keep shooting at them. Shoot at him. Then pull that big gun out and shoot the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to keep shooting at him. He ain't going to do nothing. He going to just keep in there. Keep shooting at him. That's all I was telling myself, too. Keep shooting at him. He keep coming, okay? Keep coming. That's what we know. We said this already at breakfast. That's what he going to do. They're going to just keep coming. Just keep shooting at that motherfucker. Fuck the hands. Fuck all that. There ain't no feeling. Go ahead and get it. Take over. Put everything on, man. Put it all on. Gang, put them on, man. Put them everywhere. Put them on the arms. All the belts. Put them on the arms. Let's go. Give them all the belts, man. He's got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the wall. I shook up the wall. I shook up the wall. I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.